Oh my
Dance,
goodness.
guys, let's dance.
Oh,
Alright, dude.
they're such a clickety-clackety bunch.
Wake up.
You doing good in there?
There you go.
Well, you see, ravens have a layer of hair underneath their feathers that no one knows about. It's, ravens are quite hairy, actually. Did you know that, Ghosty? Ghosty, did you know that?
I'm not gonna bother today, Harfn.
Alright, the meeting of the tribes is about to begin. If Ghosty could, start us with a nice little few words, because you're so good with words.
Right, yes, I am very good with words. Well, everyone, welcome to the meeting. We're here to... we're here to talk. That concludes my opening speech.
Jesus. I said you were good with words. Well, I'll take it back. Hello, welcome everyone. Thank you for coming to the tribe meeting. Obviously, we have a lot of things to discuss today. A lot of things that come up, a lot. And some things that are fine, perfectly fine. Nothing happening there. There's no evil floating girl or anything like that. No. There's no corruption. There's none of that. No. Everything's fine. We'd also like to thank you all for coming today. Pardon, what?
I think it's best if people are informed, Harfn.
Oh no, there's nothing happening. Also, thank you all for coming. It was much appreciated that you all come and be informed of what's happening. But first, we are going to pass it over to our wonderful traders, because officially, as of today, the traders have 100% control over the trade district. That's right. All the taxes and payments will be going to these guys over here, or this guy over here. Everyone look at him and point. Yes, that guy. So, Ruben, would you like to tell us about what you have for the future of the trade district?
Alright, okay, over, you know where the stage is, you guys? Over
Yes, this is the
way?
stage.
Alright, the trading district's going to be over there, and, I will discuss it later, or we could discuss it now.
We can discuss now.
Okay. We possibly can have the materials from the tribes themselves and sell them as a third party, and we get a very small percentage of that, but the tribes get most of their money from that, so that way they don't have to be around to have their materials traded.
What about if players or tribespeople want to have their own shop aside from the tribes? Like if someone wants to sell some eggs.
So we are going to be setting up a few stalls, and you'll pay a small fee to rent out the stall, and then that way you can sell any item you desire, and basically you can mess with the stall however you want to suit your needs.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Also, I've heard the rumors about a trading hall with some, not slaves, villagers.
Yes, we are figuring out the details for that, but we may have it to where we can directly allow you people to go into the slave hall to trade with
Villager hall. He said villagers, everyone. He said villagers. We heard it. Yeah, we heard it.
Yes, villagers, yes. And where you pay a small fee to go trade with them, or we need to figure out the details. We charge you a small fee, and actually no, we directly trade with them, and then we sell them back to you.
Everyone's got their mics in check before we continue?
Yeah.
Otherwise I will murder you. Alright, sounds like very reasonable business people to me. Sounds very reasonable business. Don't you agree, Arun? You know all about reading up on business.
Yeah, I mean, it seems fairly reasonable to me. Having a representative who only takes a small fee.
And I've read books. But that's all. I've just read books.
We've been working on that, Harfn.
Yes, wonderful. So also, officially, the wandering traders have monopoly over all potions. So if you do want it, I hear they're setting up stalls throughout the paths, on wagons and such, that you can buy these beautiful potions in. But if you are found with potions, the contraband police will be after you, and there will be repercussions. I have my naughty arrow for all you bad contrabanders. So yes, we're passing it over to Augusti for the trade agreement, as she did do the write-up for it, and she can tell us a bit more about it.
Yes, so the trade agreement. So as you all know, each tribe has their own specific 2 exports. Like, we, the warriors, we have our string and our blaze rods. And Harfn, of course.
Oh, that's me!
Yes, his leather and his feathers.
Yes, I do. It's wonderful. Rune has his sugarcane and I believe lapis. And Bailey has moss and bones / bone meal.
Yes. So we're just going to go over how trading between tribes is going to work. I believe that there is a 2-stack cap.
Unless you are selling through the store, which will go through Ruben and his traders, you can only sell in person a cap of 2 stacks. Any bulk every bulk orders will have to go through our wonderful trader over here. Otherwise, you should not be collecting or picking up any of those items. If you do, just go and throw it to your god within that day. Otherwise, the contraband police would be after you. But yes, without further ado, obviously the treaty is binding. Anything against that treaty will be seen as an act of war, which is obviously bad. We don't like war, and such. Or banishment. You'll be banished from your own tribe, which I'm sure would be even worse than war, because not being able to have a home with all your family and friends would be very sad. Next up is, what do we do about the Doctor and Spence? Now, I've asked the tribes to discuss it amongst themselves, what they think, and each will propose an idea, and then we will discuss the ideas. First, starting off with Rune Steger. Now, what do you think, Rune? What should we do about Doctor and Spence?
Well, after much discussion amongst the Foran, we have decided what we think the best course of action would be to let her continue roaming. She seems to be trying to help, but to also keep a close eye on her, as she is still a stranger.
You want to... Oh, all right. Our dear, as the Beastmasters, as much as we want her to roam, she still holds a threat, and her sister does as well, and the connection we cannot be sure of between the two. We believe that we should imprison her in her own home. At least then she feels safe in her own home, but we cannot just let her go unchecked. She's been spying on us. She's been gaining information. She's been trying to get Kumo, and I will not allow that. I mean, yes, poor Kumo. But it's not going to be... it's not appropriate. No. Gusti.
No, I don't see a reason to fear them.
You just don't see the reason to fear them, so you're just gonna let them wander free like Rune?
I don't see any threat.
Bailey.
Petrichor was unable to reach a solid consensus. We had some calls for imprisonment and some calls for straight-up murder. However, we're not going to go with that. I think she should be confined to the village, not her house, just the village.
Seems like a compromise.
She could light the entire place on fire. She could burn this to the ground.
Studying.
And how do we know she's just a studier? We've learning more and more about her, including her sister's a crazy nutcase. But everything's fine. Everything's fine.
If I might speak, if she would have burned the place down, she would have already done it by now. And as far as a connection to her sister, we cannot know. Her sister's actions are not her own. Would we judge all of us based on the actions of our fellows?
Yes.
There are always some bad eggs.
Yes. And then we get rid of those bad eggs by throwing them into the lake. I can agree to letting her just stay in the village, but with monitorization. Someone has to watch her on when she's here. At all times. Alright, the next thing we have to speak about is our second-in-commands, because there are situations, obviously, where we can't be here at meetings, or we can't be attending events, because we have, important tribe things to do. And in that case, we will have to elect second-in-commands. They will have basically the power that we have in meetings of making decisions for us, as we do trust them to do so. However, when it comes to the tribe, they will not be able to make any huge decisions such as destroying something, tearing down something, or murdering someone, or even making trade agreements. Therefore, when they come to these meetings, they will stand in place of you, but if you do want to reverse your decision, you are more than capable of doing so. But you do kind of have to trust them. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for coming, and thank you so much for being very understandable about the new changes. Obviously, we need new changes, and whoever's playing with their desk, if they could stop. But yes, with all these wonderful changes will be implemented as of today, and of course, we'll be looking into second-in-commands and tasks. So, without further ado, you may all just communicate with one another, and finally unmute yourselves and such.
One quick question. When will we find out the second-in-command?
Within the next couple of weeks, you will find out. It will be how long us leaders have to take to decide.
Weeks.
We have to decide things. Well, guys, we have come to the end of the episode. That's right, we've come to the end of the episode. We have had the meeting, which went a little more off the rails and less prepared than we thought it was going to be. But honestly, I had fun, and there was a lot of people here. So many people. But I want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being part of your friendly neighborhood noob. Thank you so much for being part of Season 8 of Fallen Tales. And I hope to see you all very soon in the next episode. If you liked it, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with all your friends. Don't forget to be eating that spaghetti. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.